and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Today I'll be unboxing and flipping through the Mystic Mondays, the Astro alignment deck. This is a deck and guidebook for Celestial Connection. This is by Duong, who is the founder and CEO of Mystic Mondays. Published by Running Press, their RP Studio line. This is an advanced copy. I received it from Running Press for the purposes of review. Just to let you know, I am an ambassador for them if you weren't aware. I do receive items monthly to showcase on my channel and to review for my channel as well. So I did show this in my February goodies, which I'll link above in the cards if you'd like to check out that video. But yes, I am really excited to dive into this deck because it's definitely one of my anticipated releases for this year. Now, I did film a video for my anticipated releases, and I was hoping to get it up before this video, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So that is coming soon, and you'll see more of my anticipated releases along with also this deck as the first one. So yes, I'm super excited to get into it. So this is what the box looks like. It has a nice holographic writing on the front. We have the side here. The back. This does retail for $28 in the US and $35 in Canada. We have the name everywhere pretty much. Now in the back here, it says, "It's written in the stars." Created by Duong of Mystic Mondays, the Astro Alignment deck teaches you to draw on the principles of astrology to explore the cosmos within yourself. Discover the insights of the signs, modalities, planets, and more, rendered in stunning color on durable divination cards in a unique circular shape that invokes the night sky. An enclosed guidebook features information on each of these cosmic phenomena and sample spreads for unlocking their meaning in your readings. So this deluxe set includes 80 full color oracle cards in a sealed inner box, 112-page flexi-bound guidebook, and then the magnetic closure keepsake box that you see here. So they're when it comes to their full-size decks, they always come in this beautiful box here that opens. It's like a clamshell magnetic closure type of box. Inside we have the book, which we'll take a look at in a second. And then we always have another box, a tuck box with the cards. So I will move that over here. So it's a small little tuck box, so cute, very colorful. The only thing that was plastic wrapped was the cards inside. I did obviously remove the plastic. So let's get out the cards. So as we know, if you've been here a while, you know tuck boxes are not really my thing, but I find that the tuck boxes from Running Press to be very durable. They do withstand well, and I find that they're really good to travel with if you don't want to take this big deck with you. So you can just take the small little box, which is much better in my opinion. So let me just move over the cards and let's get into the guidebook. Oh, I'm really excited. Anything on the back? Just the signs. Pretty. Okay. So here we have a table of contents. We have the introduction, rituals, how to use the cards, modalities, elements, zodiac signs, houses, astrological axes or axes maybe? Yeah, axes, planets, asteroids, lunar nodes, moon phases, aspects, and time travel. So we have an introduction here. So the introduction, let's read the introduction actually. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the introduction. When we look up into the astonishing vastness of the skies that weave our tales of origin as well as our auguries of the future, it reminds us that this realm we inhabit is bigger than just us humans, that we are part of a solar system nestled within a universe. Astrology is the study of celestial bodies, such as planets and asteroids, and how they can impact our lives. It awakens us to the ways we are all connected under this tapestry that we are creating together simultaneously by aligning ourselves through the study of astrology. We can come to a better understanding of both the forces influencing us as individuals and the ways we can come together as inhabitants of Earth. The Astro Alignment deck is a companion for synchronizing your inner cosmos, moving beyond the realms of stagnation to the essential truth we are all connected. I absolutely love that. Now, for myself, I plan to use this particular deck for the purposes of using it for chart readings or being able to read like my birth chart, maybe some friends' birth charts as well. I am actually running a workshop, a free workshop on how to use an astrological oracle deck to read your birth chart. And it'll be through Mystic Mondays. It will be through specifically the Mystic Mondays Coven. So if you would like to join, you do have to join the Mystic Mondays Coven in order to be able to get the workshop and be able to attend the workshop. So the Mystic Mondays Coven is free to join. I will leave the link down below if you would like to check it out. It'll be in March, so you can join the Coven, and then you'll be able to, when the link is posted, you'll be able to attend the workshop. Now, both is free, by the way. Joining the Coven is free, and attending the workshop is free as well. So that would be my plans in regards to that introduction of how I wish to use this particular deck. Then we have rituals. You can find out more on the website. Then we have a 1-card pull. We have questions. 3 cards. So your typical 3-card readings. I like the individual collective universe kind of thing that's happening there. Really interesting. We have all the zodiacs here with the dates. Then it talks about the modalities. Gives you the seasons plus the cardinal fixed mutable, and then all the signs. And that's what it goes into first. So what kind of information do we have here? Let's see. We have the name of the card, the keywords. I wish this would focus properly. The lighting. I think it's because of the natural lighting from my window. Then we seem to have the zodiacs and then a sentence for each. And then a blurb about the card. Okay, so we have that for those. Then it goes into the elements, which is fire, earth, air, water. And we just have a title, keywords, and then a blurb for each. So it seems like the top stays the same, but the body changes. Then we have the zodiac signs. For the zodiac signs, it seems like we have a tarot card associated with it. Trailblazing. Okay, so keywords, tarot card, modality, symbol, element, ruler, mantra, and dates, and then a blurb. Okay, so that's interesting. Then we move on to the houses. Okay, so we have a blurb about the houses. We have an overview of the houses, it seems like. And then for each house, we have name of the house, keywords again. We have the sign that rules that house, planet that rules that house, and then a blurb about the house. Interesting. Then we go into astrological axes. So this would be the angles. The angles, I think. Yeah, so the ascendant, the descendant, the IC, and the mid-heaven, which in this deck is called the medium coli. So the MC. Okay. So what do we have here? We have name, keywords again, and then this one gives a location. So location is the first house cusp, 7 house cusp. Interesting. We have blurb about each. Then we go into the planets. And the planets we have, so for the planets we have the name, the keywords again, then the tarot card. Interesting. So we have for the zodiac and the planets, it seems like we have the tarot card associations, which is really cool, especially if you want to use this with any tarot deck or with her tarot deck, the Mystic Mondays Tarot. You can definitely check that out and do that as well. So yeah, so we have the domicile, the fall, the exalted, the average sign time. I love that. Detriment, and then the orbit. And then a blurb again about the sun. Very nice. Very nice. Then we go into the asteroids. So these seem to be just the name and the keywords, and the blurb kind of like the elements, and no, the cardinal we had actual information. So kind of like the elements. Okay, then we go into the lunar nodes, which are the south and north nodes. We have name, keywords, average sun time, and orbit. Interesting. Then we go into the moon phases. I love that. I love working with the moon, so this is going to be really fun, I think, having all of this. So new moon, keywords, and then a blurb about that. And we have all of the moon phases. Okay, so we also have the moon void, of course, in this section, the super moon, and the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, which is, wow, very nice. Very nice. Then we have the aspects. And for the aspects, we have the name and keywords and then a blurb about it, which is great. And then lastly, time travel. So let's see what this consists of. So we have transits. So name again, keyword, and blurb. We have transits, cusp, retrograde, planetary return, equinox, solstice. And then that's it. And that's all. And that's the end of the book. Honestly, this is great. It seems like a lot of detail. I'm excited to work with this deck, honestly. This book really looks really great. So let's get into the cards. So they are round. Okay. Actually, let me do this instead. So they're not gilded, as you can see, so you can do your own gilding or edging or whatever, edging, gilding. You can do that yourself if you wanted to add something to that. Me, I don't really do that kind of stuff. So yeah, they'll stay probably the same. So these are the backs. I love how colorful they are. So we have numbers around, then the zodiac. Really fun. Okay, so let's get into it. So those were all the cards. They were in alphabetical order, which I didn't realize, but I actually really liked. I want to see how they shuffle. They are smaller, rounder cards. I actually want to see if they're the same size as the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so this is the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. It's a deck by US Games that I have. It's the only other deck that I have that has small round cards other than this one that just came into my collection. And then I have the Archetypes Oracle from Kim Cran's, the Wild Unknown Archetypes. Those are large round cards. So I wanted to see how big the difference was. Oh, they're actually smaller than the Tea Leaf. Okay. I'm not mad at it, honestly. I like it. I like it better than big round cards. Those are pretty hard sometimes to shuffle. I find these are great to shuffle, and these ones too are pretty good to shuffle. So I wanted to see, I was curious to see if they were the same or not. These are going to be fun because they're just going to spin and whatnot. Okay. With time, I will get used to them to shuffle and whatnot. Also, there's like a tripod in front of me, so sometimes it's hard to shuffle with something in my way. Yeah, they seem pretty good, in my opinion. I think with practice they'll be fine. I did see in the planets, was it planets? I don't know. I saw Gaia, a card for Gaia. I want to see where that is. Okay, here, planets, sun, moon. Yeah, Gaia. Okay, I want to read for Gaia because I thought that was interesting that she included that. So let me find that card, actually. I thought that was interesting. I love that there's keywords on the cards because that's very helpful, in my opinion, especially if you're going to be using this deck for, oracle work, but also like just to like be able to read like your chart and things. I feel like that's pretty good. So here's the Gaia card. But yeah, I love the fact that there's keywords. They're brightly colored. They're matte. But I love the colors, honestly. But that's what Mystic Monday is known for. It's like known for color and like brightness and whatnot. So like, honestly, I'm not surprised. I think if she came out with a deck that wasn't brightly colored, I'd be like, whoa, then I'd be surprised. But I feel like with all the other decks that she's put out, Grace, that, you know, this is kind of expected, in my opinion, that they're going to be brightly colored and fun and all that good stuff. And it is, like, look at these backs. I love it so much. So we're going to read for Gaia. Because I thought that was unexpected. And I want to see how this reads as an oracle deck. So maybe we'll do one of those 3-card spreads in the beginning. Maybe the individual, collective, and universe, because I think that would be interesting. So like on an individual level, on the collective level, and then universal level, like universe specific. I think that would be interesting, in my opinion. But yes. Yeah. So, we're going to read for Gaia first. Okay, so Gaia. Actually, maybe I'll zoom in. There we go. You can see it much better now. Okay, so Gaia. Gaia is in the planets section, just to let you know. So you know what? Let me read the planets section, like the blurb specifically for planets, and then we'll get into the Gaia card. Planets. In astrology, planets are the actors, and the night sky is the stage, with the houses representing the different sets on which scenes can take place. The planets then exchange dialogue with one another depending on the set against which they are acting and the aspect they are making toward one another can allude to the blocking of the scene. The 2 luminaries, the sun and the moon, are included in this list because they hold great influence in the astrological chart. The planets also serve as rulers, completely embodying the personalities and traits assigned to them. They are named after the Greek and Roman gods and goddesses, after all, and take their dramas seriously, reenacting glory, triumph, and tragedy in the celestial theater. Are you a passive observer or an active participant? That is up to you. So I'll show what I read after. Now, Gaia. Earth, nature, embodiment. Although Earth is not traditionally viewed as a celestial influence in astrology because we inhabit this planet, Gaia is located on your natal chart exactly opposite of your sun sign by house and degree. This house can point to where you could use some grounding and embody the earth element more holistically. Your body is your home on Earth, and Gaia urges you to nourish yourself and use your physical body as a vehicle for your soul to not only survive but thrive. Gaia also speaks to treating the earth with kindness and respect. While the earth elements can influence the temperament of an individual, Gaia can show you how to relate to your body, environment, and the world. That's really interesting because I've never seen Gaia in my chart. I wonder if it's something that you can actually select within like the apps. I actually want to check this for a second. Yeah, so I don't know. It doesn't show up in my chart. Like it's already checked, but it doesn't show up, so I don't know. It says that it's exactly opposite your sun sign. So would that be Gemini? I think opposite would be Gemini, I think. Or maybe Taurus. I don't know. I have no clue whatsoever, but I'm interested in figuring this out because I think that's super interesting to have Earth within your chart. And I definitely agree that you need that grounding energy. So I like that very much. Very much. And it seems to like read really well. It's to the point, obviously, short and to the point, but I feel like that's necessary and needed. Like astrology is already a very complex, dense subject. And I feel like if you went too much into detail, you'd probably lose the reader, lose the person who would be using this deck in the first place. So I think that she did a good job in terms of that. And then the planets section that I read was this here. So yeah, great job. Super excited. So now let's switch up the view. I want to see how this reads as an oracle. Okay, so let's shuffle and pull out 3 cards: individual, collective, and universe. Okay, that should be good. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Okay, Mercury for individual. Psyche for collective. And the midheaven or medium coli, also known as the MC, for universe. Okay, let's bring this over here. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so individual level, we have Mercury. The keywords on here are communication, correspondence, and expression. So without looking at the guidebook and what it says about Mercury, I feel like it's saying that on the individual level, you need to focus on your own expression, how you communicate for yourself, how you express yourself to others, towards yourself. So towards yourself as well as others. That's what I feel like it's saying just on like the plain level, probably needing to look at that and potentially expanding how you express yourself, how you communicate, or maybe making some changes in that regard as well. So I do want to read the blurb. So Mercury is the planet of communication, curiosity, and an intellect. Its sign represents how you like to express yourself, and its house signifies the area of life in which you most avidly use your communication skills and reasoning. The type of correspondence referred to here can vary from in-person to online. In the age of the internet, we often meet people's Mercury when we interact through social media, emails, and other networking platforms. Mercury helps us process information and sort through all the sources to make sense of it. Look to your Mercury for communication strengths and clues on how to improve weaknesses. So I did say that, maybe make changes to how you communicate to yourself as well as others. Interesting that correspondence relates to how you're communicating or where you're communicating, which is very interesting. So maybe be mindful of how you communicate online compared to how you communicate in person, like face to face, because there could be differences. You may need to make adjustments in that regard as well. Next position is collective, and we have psyche, and it says soul, consciousness, and mind. So collective, in my opinion, means others or like groups. Like everyone as a whole, to me, is collective. So maybe we're all trying to find our soul purpose, but we're not sure on an individual level how we should communicate that. And because Mercury is associated with intellect, maybe we're trying to go through the process of thinking and using our mind to understand better what we need at an individual level compared to what we need as a group. That could be possible too. I like that though. Let's see what it says in Psyche. Psyche is an asteroid. Okay. Psyche is known as the goddess of the soul and is related to psychology and the study of the unconscious mind. Psyche represents the trials and tribulations you go through to test your faith in love, truth, and beliefs. Psyche can illustrate how you choose to pursue and understand your psychology through the lens of love, to what lengths you will go for love. The challenges you face in pursuit of love can test your loyalty, commitment, ego, and trust. Psyche can be the candle lighting the way forward, but the journey relies greatly on your faith. Love has the ability to transform your soul, and Psyche sheds light on how this part of you is expressed. Interesting. Okay. So expression, we have that with Mercury. So maybe with Psyche, we're looking to how we express our love towards others and on more of a group level of things, on more of a collective level of things. So it's about expressing. I still feel like a soul and your like soul purpose and things still fit, in my opinion, and expressing that and communicating that. But it's also about communicating what's deep within as well. That's what I feel like. Then we have the universe, which is the midheaven, direction, reputation. So maybe the universe is guiding us towards a specific direction that allows us to express our soul purpose, express our love, express our mind and where we want to go with what it is we're doing. Okay, let's see. Midheaven. I always want to say midheaven or midhaven rather, but it's midheaven. Okay, so also known as your midheaven, the Latin means middle of the sky. The medium coli shows you how you can access material success. It is the highest point of your natal chart, the top of the circle of your chart, and acts as the cusp of the 10th house of public recognition, or what crossed the southern hemisphere at the exact moment of your birth. The midheaven is an important aspect because it represents your highest aspirations. While the ascendant is your personality you project outward, the midheaven is the identity that is projected onto you by others. This sign represents the perceived reputation that precedes you. Okay, so that's interesting. So the highest aspirations, and this is the universe. But what if this is like your higher self instead of the universe? That would make more sense in my opinion. Though the universe could be providing you signs on the direction you should be going in regards to your highest aspirations, which then can contribute to your soul purpose as well as your expression of self in that way as well. So yeah, that does make sense. I really like that actually. So yeah, it's actually a good reader for just regular oracle as well. and not just like astrological purposes. So that's actually really good. I like this a lot. So that was the Astro Alignment deck from Mystic Mondays by Grace Duong, published by Running Press. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this deck. Is this something you'd bring into your collection? How do you feel about it in terms of like all the other astrological decks that are currently on the market? In terms of like the mass market space, do you feel like this competes better with those? In my opinion, I think it does. Honestly, this is my 4th astrological oracle deck in my collection, and this is literally my top. So for me, this would be my top. Then I would have the Astro Star Codes, then probably the Heavenly Bodies maybe, and then the Arcana of Astrology. I think that would be my ranking. So this will definitely be the number 1 for me. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.